info team do an amazing job in putting together exactly the right size. So it's not too big, not too small, it's just right. What I mean by that is the number of attendees. If you have something that's too big, people won't engage, and people will be sat there thinking, I'm just watching presentations and I could be doing this from home. If you get it too small, people think, why is this so small? This is not of value. I'm not seeing enough people here. I'm not expanding my network. So getting the right size in the room, which is what info team work to do, makes a huge difference. When you get that kind of level, people are happy to engage within the room. Now that makes for an energy-filled day. The next thing you have to do is balance presentation with interaction. And again, the info team look at the agenda and they pepper it with good quality presentations that have a purpose and a point, aligned with an agenda that flows, with points at which we are able to interact with the audience and get a sense of how they're feeling about the topics that we're talking about. We're not talking about pets and family and holidays, we're talking about the security topics that are happening within the room. And I think people walk away feeling, this has been a really good use of my time.
Compared to big events, this is more intimate and it's personal. I mean, you get to interact with the guy who is speaking on a personal level, and you can ask questions, which is not really present in big events like when you have a full exhibition or the full arena. So I really like the small scale of this event, and it gives more value for both of us, the speakers and the audience.
We had a lot of room to interact among ourselves, to put questions and to answer and to be very open about it. And I really liked it that people, all of them were there, listening carefully, interacting, putting questions, challenging, the presenter or the topic. Very nice. Enjoyed it a lot.
It was a great session. I mean, I got so good response back. I have had so much value out of this. Great discussions, both in the actual event rooms and outside as well. So really, really good event.
There's a lot of people that are participating in the discussion, taking part. So it's not only one lecture and passive listeners, but there's a lot of ping pong going on, and we can get the experience out of the audience as well.
Yeah, I think it's been very joyful and learning. I was also learning experience. It's really hard to get CIOs and CISOs, especially for companies you don't know, put it this way, on the phone. So this is a really, I would say, great event to get in contact. Also, I would say, from a positive point of view, low level in getting contact, because you can have a cup of coffee, you can sit down and have an in-depth meeting with the people you give and the names you give up front. How this event differs from other events? Yeah, I would say big time. This is a smaller event. It's really focused on the community we're, I would say, targeting. So especially on CISOs, cybersecurity, architects, cybersecurity, I would say involved people. Also on CIOs, going through digital transformation, putting a lot of things in the cloud, especially application, but also workload. So this is very, I would say, different from other events where you have bigger exhibitions. This is really targeted, so very specific to what we do.
Having been behind the scenes with the info team, I know the dedication and diligence they do in selecting the right audience to be in the room with that vendor for the sort of topics that vendor can address. And that is basically the ingredients for success.